Welcome back everyone. Of course today I'm here with the little Christmas surprise. This is my second collection video. My very first video on YouTube was a collection video. Now this is the second one. My collection has tripled since then, so this video was long overdue. Anyway, most people just make a collection video like that. They're just setting older aircraft models on the table, but you don't really get a good view of the individual models that way. So what I did is I made it a little different and actually have filmed every single model. That took a long time, but anyway, I really hope you enjoy this video. So let's get started. This is the very first model. It was actually my first NG models airplane that I got, the Boeing 787-9 in the Quetzalcoatl livery. Absolutely beautiful livery, very nice job by NG models, really like this airplane. And on the right lower corner you can see the score. So each model that I have rated, that I have done a review, will have the score out of 10 down below, and of course you can go check out those reviews. Next up we have my two Air France models. The first one is the Aviation 400 A350-900. Once again, very cool model, of course, with the 3D beacon lights. I really love this model. Then next up we have the Boeing 777-200 from Air France. This one I got in a trade with MV Aviation. Go check him out on YouTube and on Instagram. Very cool guy, also from Switzerland by the way. So those are my two Air France models. Moving on to my small Alaska fleet, of course they're all honoring those who serve. I made a review on all three models. First up the Embraer E175 from Gemini Jets, cool model. Next up the NG model 737-800, and of course the 900 from Gemini Jets. I made a review with all three models. Feel free to go check them out. Three very cool models in my opinion. Next up is my American Airlines fleet, and the first model is of course the Embraer ERJ145, my favorite regional jet by the way. This is a very cool model and I think Gemini Jets make some very nice regionals. Next up we have JC Wings Boeing 737-300 in the chrome livery. Once again, very cool model. I just got it because it looks so good. I don't really have any use for it except for collection purpose because it really looks amazing. Very nice model. Not so nice though the American Airlines A320 by Gemini Jets from earlier this year. The color is off, the mold is not that good really, so yeah, still have it for my collection. It's still a pretty cool model I guess, but not looking too good. Then of course the NG model 757-200 in the chrome livery, the luxury liner one by NG models. Absolutely love this. If you do not know, the 757 is my favorite aircraft in the American Airlines chrome livery. It absolutely looks amazing. Then I have two ANA models. First up the 787-8, the only Dash 8 in my collection by JC Wings of course. Very nice mold, very nice model. Absolutely love the livery as well. Then I have the ANA Cargo 777-200 LRF. Of course this model was gifted to me by JC Wings to review it on my channel. Very nice model. Also my only flaps down model I have. Absolutely love this model. Very great models by JC Wings. Now one of the very special models from my collection, of course the biggest aircraft to ever fly, the Antonov An-225 Miria. This model is by Herpa Wings and I have to say it is a pretty cool model. The mold of course not that nice and not that detailed, but hey, it is an Antonov An-225. Absolutely amazing model and I think one that every collector should have in their collection. Another pretty cool model in my opinion is the first JC Wings aircraft I ever picked up, the Austrian 767. Pretty cool model. The mold of course is not perfect, it's a cradle fit mold, but still pretty cool representation of the 767. This next model I bought from a good friend of mine, Airports of the World is his Instagram. Go check him out. He has a crazy big collection of airplane models Anyway, I did fly British Airways 747 from London Heathrow to San Francisco, so I have a personal attachment to this model. I'm super glad I was able to pick one up before British Airways retired their 747 fleet. So yeah, very cool model, and I highly recommend it for everyone's collection. Next up, we have the very first model I picked up when I seriously started collecting about a year ago, the Continental Airlines Boeing 757-200. Now this is, by the way, a very old Gemini Jets release dating back all the way to 2001. Another very special model in my collection for me personally is my Crossair Embraer E175. Of course, I love this model because Crossair used to be a Swiss Airlines from my hometown Basel. And yeah, of course, I got a second one of this model to give away, so make sure to go check out the giveaway on Instagram and join if you want to win this model. Next up, we have my 3 Delta aircraft. First up, a Delta CRJ200 by Gemini Jets. Picked up this model pretty cheap because it has a paint chip on the nose, as you can see. Next up, we have an Airbus A319. Apparently this model is kind of rare, I'm not sure. Anyway, pretty glad I picked it up. Nice model by Gemini Jets. And of course, then we have the 2008 release Gemini Jet 737-800. Now this model looks old, so I might be picking up a NG Models version that they just released, but I'm not quite sure yet. Next up, we have the NG Models A350 EasyJet. Of course, this is a fantasy model. EasyJet does not really have an A350. Anyway, I wanted to check out the brand new NG Models A350, and it is pretty good, so go check out my review if you're interested in this model. Anyway, moving on, we have Edelweiss A340-300 by Phoenix Model. This model seems to be pretty rare. At least I know a lot of people are trying to get one, so I'm pretty happy that I picked it up for actually a pretty good price too. So this is definitely one of my favorite and most rare models in my collection. Next up is my only Emirates aircraft at the moment. Of course, it's the 777-9 by Gemini Jets. Very nice mold, actually. Really like this aircraft. I really want to get an Emirates A380 though, but as you can probably guess, they're pretty rare, so for the moment I'm stuck with this model. Staying in the Middle East, we have the Etihad Airbus A350-1000, my only -1000. Very nice model, once again with the 3D beacon lights. Really like it, and very glad I was able to pick it up for a fair price. Then we have my only JetBlue at the moment. It's also my only NG Models A321. Very nice mold. This review, by the way, for this model will be coming up in the next days. Will probably be the next video after this one. Yeah, not much more to say. Very nice model. Talking about nice models, we have the KLM Aviation 400 777-300ER. Very nice model. Absolutely love this model. 3D beacon lights, very good detail. Go check out the review if you're interested. Aviation 400 makes amazing 777s. Then I also have the same model, just different registration by Gemini Jets. Of course, I do not need 2 KLM 777s at the moment, so this one is for sale. If you're interested, send me a DM over Instagram. If you're interested in buying, I'll make you a good price for it because it's not the newest or best model out there. Then my only 747 SP in the Las Vegas Sands colors comes from NG Models. Really wanted to check out their mold, and with most of their molds, it's absolutely amazing. So if you're trying to get a 747 SP, definitely try to go with an NG Models one. One of my spontaneous pickups this year is the LATAM 767-300ER. Quite a nice model by Gemini Jets. Not the biggest fan of the cradle fit mold, but anyway, overall a very nice 767, and I do not regret buying this model. Then 2 Lufthansa models, one of my most flown airline, by the way. First up, the A340-300. I just recently reviewed this model. Go check out the review if you want to. Quite a nice model by Gemini Jets. They do the Lufthansa's pretty well in general. Then Another very nice model is the 747-8, the first model I reviewed on this channel. Highly recommend this model if you can still find it somewhere. Very, very cool model indeed. Then we have a Northwest 757-300, the only -300 I have. I wish I had a United and a Delta one, but they're pretty hard to find nowadays. Anyway, this was one of the first models I picked up. It is a pretty cool model still, and I really like this gray and red livery. Moving on to two of my favorite aircraft in my collection. First up, the Cathay Pacific 777-300. Now, I thought this was the ER version, that's why I originally bought it, but it was not. Anyway, very, very nice model. Of course, it got a very high score. But this month I picked up the ER version. Once again, it's basically the same model, just a few tweaks. But once again, very, very nice model by JC Wings, and I highly recommend both of them. Now, next up is the Polar Air Cargo 747-8 Freighter. Of course, this is the interactive series by Gemini Jets, and I did a review on this model. I have some pretty strong feelings about this model, so if you're interested about my feelings about this model, about the interactive series, make sure to check out my review on that one. Moving on to my Southwest fleet, a fleet which I'm very proud of. First up, we have the 737-700 Florida 1. Amazing model, really like that one by Gemini Jets. Of course, I also have the Tennessee one that was released earlier this year. Also, the livery is amazing. They have done a good job there. Sadly, they used the older mold, which is not quite as nice. Then the NG models, Canyon Blue one, the one without split scimitars, wasn't able to get the one with. Looks still amazing though. Maybe the dark blue is a little bit too dark. The Canyon Blue should be a little lighter in my opinion. Anyway, great model by NG Models. Then I have two NG models, 737-800s in the regular Heart 1 livery. Looks absolutely amazing. And last but not least, also from Airports of the World, I picked up this amazing Gemini Jets 737 MAX 8. Really amazing model, great mold by Gemini Jets. Then we have my only Spirit aircraft at the moment, the Airbus A319. This is a pretty rare model by Gemini Jets actually. Pretty happy I was able to pick it up. I pre-ordered the Spirit's A320 Neo though from Gemini Jets, so excited about that one. And yeah, yellow is my favorite color, so I quite like Spirit. Moving on to one of my favorite parts of my collection, of course, my Swiss fleet. I'm trying to get one aircraft for every model they have in their fleet. Anyway, starting off with the ERJ-145. Of course, they have retired this model quite a while back, but still pretty cool model with the 600 on it too. Then Swiss A220 by Herpa Models. Not the greatest model, of course, it's Herpa. They are not that good in 1:400 scale, but still needed it for my collection. Then the A320 Neo. This is a Panda models, and Panda makes some of the best A320s in 400 scale. Great model, and I highly recommend their A320 family in general. The first long-haul aircraft from Swiss I have is the A330-300 by NG Models. Of course, it's an NG Models model. Absolutely amazing model there. Not much complaints about this model. Super rare one I have is the A340-300, once again by Panda Models. Such an amazing model. It's the most expensive model I have in my collection. It is super rare, amazing model though, really like it. Then the last one I have from Swiss is the 777-300ER. This is my favorite aircraft in the Swiss fleet right now. It is a Phoenix model, so detail is not that great, but still it means a lot to me, and it is actually the first model I bought brand new. Then my United fleet, which of course is the biggest one with 25 models at the moment. First up, the Embraer E175 in the old livery, pretty cool model. Then we have the same one in the new livery, which I also like. Wing angle on this one is a little steep, but I really don't mind because the rest of the model really looks very good. Moving on to the A319 by Gemini Jets, another very good model actually by Gemini Jets. One of those models actually kind of belongs to my girlfriend. She really likes this model, so I told her she can have it as long as she stays together with me. Then of course I have my huge 737 fleet, the Dash 800. I have 3 in the new livery by Gemini Jets. Pretty good models. Once again, wing angle is a little steep, but I don't really mind it that much. Of course, NG Models released theirs like 2 or 3 months ago. Of course, I had to get another 3 of them. They look absolutely amazing, and believe me or not, I'm tempted to get even another one, or maybe even 2. Then I also have the Starlines one from NG Models. This one has the color and the engines a little bit too dark, but all in all, still a pretty nice model. Then we have the 757s, first one Battleship Gray. Really needed this model. This is another very old model, and I'm super glad I was able to pick this one up for a good price. Once again, Airports of the World hooked me up with this one. Go check him out, really. This is the 3rd time I'm mentioning him. He has some pretty rare models for sale for very good prices. Then the next one is my favorite model in my collection probably. It has the perfect score of 10 out of 10. The United 757 by NG Models, and guess who I got it from? Of course, Airports of the World, once again for a great price. Then moving on, we have the Her Art here in New York. This is the white box model. Not sure if it's from JC Wings or who exactly produced this model, but still pretty cool model. And of course, I had to get the 2 NG Models ones as well. First up, the California Her Art Here livery. Very nice livery, and once again I have a second New York Her Art Here livery because I just love this livery so much. New York is my favorite city of them all, and this livery just looks stunning on the 757, my favorite aircraft. Another retro United I have is the Lockheed L1011 TriStar. Of course, this one is in the Sol Bass colors. Really wanted to give the TriStar mold from NG Models a go, and of course it's absolutely amazing. And if you're a retro collector or you just want a TriStar, I really recommend the NG Models one. Moving back to the present, we have the United 767-300ER in the new colors by Gemini Jets. Pretty good model. It's not sensational. I mean, they could have printed on more detail. That's the main complaint I have with this model. Moving on to the United 787-9 by NG Models. Really wish I could have gotten 2 of them, but anyway, very good model. Absolutely love that one. Then I also have the Dash 10 by NG Models. Once again, very good model as usual with NG Models. Really like their 787s. And then I have the same model from Gemini Jets. And the Dash 10 from Gemini Jets is actually pretty good. They're using the JC Wings mold, and I'll probably do a review and comparison to the NG one pretty soon. Then we have the 777, starting off with the old livery 777-200ER. Now, I don't know what it is, but the mold is not that good by Gemini Jets, but the livery on the Dash 200, the Continental one, just looks amazing, so I had to get one of those. Then I have the regular 200 in the new livery. Now, in the new livery, for some reason, it does not look that good. The mold is exactly the same, so no adjustments there, but it just does not look quite as good. Then, of course, we have the 300ER, and once again, it's the Gemini Jets 777 mold is outdated, and they should really update it. So if anyone from Gemini Jets is listening, please update your 777 mold. Thank you. Anyway, still could need some of them for my collection, so I picked up 2 300ERs. That was it with the Uniteds, and we have a Boeing 757-200 from UPS, the only freighter 757 I own currently. This was another spontaneous pickup, and once again, I do not regret buying this model. Then the last model in my collection is the P-8 Poseidon from the US Navy. This is a recent Gemini Jets release, and I have to tell you, Gemini Jets did an amazing job with this one. I will be doing a review on that pretty soon, hopefully. Very nice model anyway. It has so many antennas and aerials. It just looks amazing. So yeah, if you want this model for your collection, I highly recommend it. So yeah, that was it. That was my entire model airplane collection, and here are some interesting stats about it. Of course, 75 models in my collection right now, and surprisingly over half of the models are from Gemini jets, even though I prefer buying from NG models at the moment, since their models are most of the times better than the Gemini jets offerings. Anyway, 27 airlines in total. I definitely want to increase that number for the next video. What really surprised me was that I have 2/3 of my aircraft models are Boeings and only 16% are Airbus models. Yeah, that kind of surprised me. What did not surprise me is that my biggest fleet is the United one with 25 models, and I'm still trying to increase that number. Just in general, I'm still trying to increase my collection. There are so many more models I want to get, and I'll probably do a video in the near future with a wish list of models I still want to get for my collection. And yeah, that was it for this video. Remember to check out the giveaway if you want to win the Crosshair Embraer. Anyway, this model took me around 10 hours to make it. It was really hard work getting every single model out and filming it. So I really hope you enjoyed it, and please leave a like for the work I put into this video. I really hope you enjoyed this little Christmas present from me, this different kind of model airplane collection video. With that said, I want to thank you very much for watching, and I wish you and your families a very nice Christmas, and I'll be back with the next video probably on the 26th of December. So yeah, thank you very much. Have an amazing rest of your day. See you next time. Goodbye.